Hello, ActiveSage here on the Sage channel, and today we're back in Medieval Engineers per a usual Tuesday update, and this update gave us some wonderful little things, and one of the main things I'm going to go ahead and show off right now was the day and night settings. So let's go ahead and get out of this, go into our actual world settings, here we go, and you can go ahead and see that we have two new sliders down here. Day duration, which is how long the whole day-night cycle is going to be, and then this actual slider here, which divides up that full day. I'm assuming that's the way it would work. It would be a bit weird if this day duration right here, the 5 minutes, just counted as a 67%, and then the 33% was calculated off of that. I'm pretty sure the day duration is the full thing. So we can actually go ahead and set this anywhere from 0, which will keep it set at, well, whether you have it set to night or day like this, it'll pretty much freeze time. It doesn't seem to actually progress. Or up to 1,440 minutes, which is 24 hours, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and use our arrow keys to bump that up one. Can't control left click and type in a number, unfortunately. And then for this, let's put it back to the 67, where was it? There we go, 6733, which is about default. And let's go ahead and load this world up and just see what it looks like with that sort of quick time, shall we? And there we go. The second we're in, you can already see those shadows are running across those buildings there. And everything's falling into night. Unfortunately, the sun itself does not move. It's a bit unfortunate. And there we go. Everything has now gone to night. That was really quick. Wow. And of course, now we're starting to see some slight, I believe that's just our eyes. Nope, it is indeed the sun coming back up already. So, yeah. Oh, and the moon fading away. You can see it is, you can have some really ridiculous days with this setup. It would be really nice if we could actually see the sun moving across the sky, but I'm sure they'll get that going. And it is pretty cool nonetheless, though, to be able to see this, and then have your day-night cycles being flipping about and seeing the way that the lights actually change. So to demonstrate the way the lights are working, let's squeeze into this tiny half-buried building. Okay, let's just watch from here, shall we, as it goes dark, because I think this is a pretty cool thing just to see how things go dark. Any second now, I'm suspecting we're going to, there we go, I see some shadows. I can feel the darkness coming. They've also done a tweak for lighting, because you might have seen in the past videos there's some serious pixelization going on with the lights. They've done some tweaking to sort of get rid of that. I'll show you in a minute here, though. They have produced a few other issues. There you go. You can see the darkness falls in, and suddenly this looks like, okay, I want to go hide in a corner, because I know there's werewolves or vampires or zombies or something. Oh god, that flower scared the shit out of me at the bottom left. Yeah, you get sort of buggy. And then, of course, the sun comes back up. Anyway, let's keep on moving with other things in this update. One of the big things, and the reason why we have this whole village here, is because they've added in this little block here. And if we press G, we can find it. Where did you go? Where did you go now? Right there. There you are. The stone battlement triangle thingy-majiggity. And I have it down here on my hotbar. No, I don't actually, but now I do. And you can see it's a pretty simple block. It's basically like the, or it's very similar to the ramp railings basically that you can use to go up and down, put on the edges of stairs, but this one is actually intended mainly just for this spot right here at the ends of roofs, that way you can cap them off. Strangely enough though, if you go ahead and place these in here, as I can demonstrate by flying all the way over here and place a few in, you'll see right away that there is a little issue where they poke out the side here, and then everything goes dark, and we can fly up and just see this whole town at night. I'm going to keep this going. It might be a bit annoying to be interrupted, but it is very interesting just to see that the day and night cycle does actually work as you're continuing to play. And if it stayed at the dark side long enough, your in-game character's eyes would adjust and you'd actually be able to see. But anyway, as I was saying, you can see that this sticks out a little bit, which doesn't really look exactly right. So you can go ahead and, of course, do a control right click and then hold shift as you're dragging and get rid of all that, or do it piece by piece, and it cleans it up. It is a bit strange to see this extra piece right here sticking down, as that doesn't quite seem right to me, but I don't think, can we actually get rid of that one little corner there? Nope, you can see it gets rid of the whole base there. And of course, that which opens up a gap right there and ruins a lot of your immersion, and it just makes the building feel exposed. But you can see I've gone ahead and put together quite a few other little buildings over here to sort of demonstrate that in different ways and usages. All sorts of nonsense over here, really. Pretty cool stuff. Also, please note that if you don't want to be stuck in night, you can of course go ahead and set the time to whatever you want. So you can set it to right there. Let's disable day-night cycle. You can see dragging that back has caused a bit of a fluke here, where we are apparently stuck, oh my god, with the brightest moon you've ever seen. The lighting system is still running as if it's nighttime, so our shadows are super dark, which is actually kind of cool. Even if it is a bit eerie to have like the Twilight-esque sky up there. Let's turn the timing back on. Can we just trick it into getting us daytime? There we go. So you can go ahead and set it to a proper daytime. There we go. I've now set it. It's a little unfortunate that you can't change the overall time it takes to go over from day to night like you could in that one menu, but the overall length of the day is what I'm trying to say. It's unfortunate you cannot set that there, but whatever. Alas, it's nice to at least be able to set some of that stuff. Other things they've done today in the building block department. Oh, by the way, I should also note that these pieces that I was talking about for these, you can do the paste and copy thing and place them upside down, which I did over here to sort of show that you could have maybe a little bit of an outcropping for your battlements to be up there. So that's pretty cool. Please note also, I found a wonderful glitch today where if you go ahead and use, what is it? Ah, yes, this piece, the number 9 slot down there at the bottom, the usual one that you go ahead and place into these slots here like this. If you go ahead and use one of those right now at the time of recording, which is 5:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, the game currently crashes. Kaput. It just goes boop and crashes. I did it about 2 or 3 times trying to build something, so be wary of that. In the meantime, go ahead and use that there and just flip those upside down. That way you can have the little bit of staring here before you get up to the next spot. Anyway, carrying on from that, other building tools, as I was about to say, we have flags. Now, they've had a few standard flags in the game, but now they've added a few more and added varying sizes. You can access those pretty simply by, here they are, right there and there. Drag them down to your hotbar, and then you have middle mouse function on them. And the bog standard normal flag now has 2 colors that you change just by middle mousing. And then the other sets here are these 3s like so, which then loop in the other color, all by using the middle mouse button. Pretty cool stuff, and of course you can put them end to end and keep them going outwards. It's pretty nice stuff, and in fact it looks like they're actually designed in such a way that, could I build this off of there? Yes, I could. So you can actually see I built out there. It actually looks like they got little pegs there designed to work like that, so it's pretty damn cool stuff. And so you can build up all sorts of other nonsense. You can see that I have the different colored ones and just a bunch of random flags stuck out here. Now, another building block they added today, which is inside this building, and in fact made out of all this building. You might be asking yourself, how did you get windows right here and here, but the door isn't centered on one of those blocks? Well, they've added 2 new sets of blocks here, and I'm going to go ahead and make room down here. That would be this block right here, and this block right here. And they're pretty simple and straightforward blocks. If I was to go ahead and put us in a platform, that way we can see them pretty, well, in the most simplistic manner possible. We can see that this one, it's basically a 2x1 block with the window stuck right in the middle. And you can even delete parts of it, so you'll see you'll have the window exposed. And then this one over here is the same thing, except for with a doorway. Pretty cool. You could even do some finicky stuff with this doorway if you wanted, such as doing what I did there, which was deleting the centerpiece, delete that one, then go ahead and grab yourself maybe a piece like this, rotate it up over and put it across like that, and now you've made yourself a bit of a slightly arched doorway that is much longer than usual that you can still go under. So you can tweak a lot of that stuff, and the fact that you can delete half of that and still have the other half there is pretty damn cool. I mean, you'll be able to do a lot more stuff. Anyway, moving on from those 2 new pieces, and I should point out that's how I got that door there. That's how I got this offset door here at the bottom, which is a bit annoying. Offset window. And also even off, I believe, no, it wasn't how I got this offset, because this isn't really offset, but usually you couldn't have a big open back or big open window like this that would line up with the door, because of course the door had to be in the center of a block, which now it can be offset to the side, which is pretty cool. And you can see that I'm using those not stair pieces, but these pieces right here for the roofs. I've used them down here to hide little gaps, so you could theoretically use those inside the normal stairs as well if you wanted to start it up from the ground. Pretty cool stuff. And also, something else to note would be these torches that I've just bumped into flying up. You can now stick torches on the walls. So if we were to go ahead and cycle this back to nighttime, turn on our day-night cycle, that way it wakes up, there we go, and then move it a little bit and stop. You can see, you now have these nice little torches you can stick on the inside. You can see a slight light circle here that's forming. That's that sort of glitch I was talking about that seems to be happening now. But I'd say it's less annoying than the pixelization that we were having before. But yeah, we do have torches that now stick to a bunch of different walls, which is pretty dang cool. And as per usual, you can turn these torches off and on, so just click on them with T. Yeah, pretty nice stuff. It's a bit finicky in this one. If we were to go ahead and run across this field, and actually this second cathedral is a bit different. There we go. Run up and in here. You can see I have a very, very strange floor that I just thought just showed off all the different lighting in an interesting manner. Unfortunately, we still do have some hard lines and some weirdness with that, but I'm sure that'll get sorted in time. Anyway, let's go ahead and press K again and just get it back to daytime. There we go. Tweak that a little bit. There we go. Get us some shadows, that way we can see what's going on, and then turn that off again. Groovy. Now, what else do we have? Well, we have 2 more construction blocks. So we got this one here and this one here. I haven't built anything with them, but they're basically well, supports. So you could theoretically use them either to actually build structures out of, which could be a bit finicky, not very well defended, but interesting nonetheless. I'm trying to find a flat surface. We'll just put it right there and place a few on top of each other. They do indeed have structural integrity, so if I was to build a tower all the way up to the high heavens, it will come crashing down. Oh wow, they're a lot lighter than I thought, so I was able to build quite a few more than I thought I would be able to, but if we were to, let's say, put a few more out here, so it should give a little bit extra weight. There we go. They come crashing down, and I found sometimes when they, oh dear, don't hit anything else I had intended for later use. Okay. Yeah, and you see they break apart into lots of little pieces, and right now a lot of pieces fade because I have, I believe, my max amount of shattered pieces set to around 400 or something, and a lot more seem to be breaking. So there's that kind right there. They also have, if I build this back up again, they have, oh, I keep missing because it is a block with a bunch of holes in it. They have this one here, which is a piece that lets you have an outcropping, which is pretty cool stuff, and you can imagine yourself building all sorts of different nonsense with all of this. Everything from watchtowers to sticking this out of a stone castle to hold up a little tiny wooden outcropping, or even a stone outcropping. Who knows? Lots and lots of possibilities. And let's see really quickly, can I flip this piece over? I can, so if you want to have it hanging down like that, you can as well. I think we might be able to theoretically then doing this. There we go. Have something silly and stupid like that. Well, of course, physics took over there, though, and that weighed way too much for those little wooden supports and broke, which I'm kind of happy with. Anyway, that's that. Moving over here, we do have some simple mining that's been added to the game. That's right. You can now mine a few very simple things. So let's go ahead and clear a little space here. And grab ourselves a character tool and get this pickaxe. So now with your pickaxe, if you're not aiming at any ore or anything and you have it equipped and you left click, you'll do an attack, just a basic attack. And I guess I did do some damage here without noticing it. Oops. And it's pretty simple and straightforward. But if you were to aim at a piece of ore, which I forgot to put in right here, there we go. If you were to aim at that and hit it, well, you'll do damage if you manage to miss, but if you're close enough, your character should do a swing and actually start mining into that. And that was just a single voxel big, but you can see it produced that stone. I believe right now if you hit anything, it produces a stone. So if we hit this, it'll also just give us a little stone. Come on, there we go. And of course, just an actual piece of stone. These are all just voxel sniped in. There's nothing special about it. You can also crouch and then mine, and it does what seems to be a slightly more precise mine, because if you're standing and you do a swing, you see your whole character does this big hefty swing. But actually that was an attack. If you actually look there, he did an attack as opposed to an actual mine. But if you're crouching, he does this little tiny mine. Which is pretty nice. And you can see it created that stone. Currently, you can't seem to pick these up by pressing T or anything. I suspect in the future you'll be able to press T and actually drag them or something of that sort, because they don't seem to want to do like an inventory system like they have in Space Engineers, where you can have huge amounts of stuff in your inventory. They want it to be slightly more refined, where you're actually having to move stuff about in the physical world without it just vanishing into an inventory block. Pretty cool stuff. And you can go ahead and just start mining with all that. It's pretty cool. 1, 2, 3 hits, and then crouching 1, 2, 3 hits. So no matter what, crouching or sitting, you still seem to take out the same amount. A little unfortunate that I'd like to have a way to do some accurate stuff and some inaccurate but quicker stuff. Pretty cool nonetheless. Let's go ahead and do a swing on that. Yeah, I hit it. I did. I didn't think I'd hit it, but I did. Anyway, they have done one more thing. That's adding slightly more advanced AI, and I mean slightly more advanced. They've basically gone ahead and said, okie dokie little AI buggers, you now have some very simple pathfinding. So obviously AI naturally tries to get to the king statue. So if we were to go ahead and spawn in some AI right here, now you can see instead of him running at a straight line for that thing, he sort of tries to figure out his pathing to get to it. He might have been slightly distracted by me. That is unfortunate. Let's see if I buzz away and get ourselves some super simple AI in here again. Let's just put another one right there. There we go. So they seem to, yeah, there we go. They're actually properly pathfinding now that I'm out of the way and getting to it. Whereas in the past, they would often just go ahead and... Where the hell are they going now? So yeah, super simple upgrade to the AI, which apparently crashed my game. That's about it for today's update, guys. God's sakes, I've had a lot of crashes today with this. Oh boy, that update, eh? The lights are damn awesome. I like the lights. I like all the new building blocks and stuff. I can see a lot of possibilities there. It's just some finickiness going on. Also, hay roofs. I had some of those in there. They weren't my friends. they had like half of them just were black, and the very top sharp edge of them was just black. It wasn't texturing properly or lighting properly. That's it. So, a bit odd. Anyway, guys, that's it. Best of luck dealing with the AI. Be warned, some finicky things are crashing the game now. Save a lot. Save early, save often. Yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time. I wish I could blow something up, but I'm sitting at my desktop now. Yeah.